Well, there goes week 7 of the NFL season. I hope you guys enjoyed the week. It's pretty terrible football this week. I mean, it started off with Oakland and Kansas City scoring over 60 points and just going ridiculous amount of just terrible football. Saw terrible football in the Miami and New York Jet game. Matt Moore coming in and actually winning it for them. You saw terrible football by the Atlanta Falcons versus the Patriots. They scored 7 points against a terrible, terrible defense in New England. Atlanta is not that good, guys. The Saints are leading that division. That's how you know something's weird. The Bills are leading the AFC East. Again, that's how you know something is weird. The Eagles, who you consider the third best team in the NFC East coming in, are leading that division by a lot, with the Redskins being second. Who would have thought the Cowboys and the Giants would be third and fourth in that division? You have the Rams really doing well in that division. The Cardinals are crap. They always have high expectations of doing crappy. And the Jets are finally coming back to the norm where Josh McCown throws a terrible pick at the end of the game and just doing Jet things in a Jet jersey. Anyway, Week 8 predictions coming at you fast. I hope you guys enjoy. Just like last week, I'm going to be doing 3 locks, 1 surprise lock out of those 3, and 2 upsets. I hope you enjoy it. First pick I'm going to go over is the Vikings versus the Browns. This is going to be my first lock. I have the Vikings winning by more than 9.5 points, which they are favored. I know they are going away to Cleveland, but Cleveland doesn't have a quarterback. That simple. Vikings have a really good defense. They actually have a decent, maybe a little bit below average quarterback, but he's shown flashes. The Browns have shown me nothing. So I'm picking the Vikings, and I'm taking them minus the 9.5. Thank you, Vegas. Next game I'm going to go over is my second lock of the week. It's the Philadelphia Eagles at home beating the 49ers by minus 10.5. The Eagles are just a well-rounded team. 49ers just got destroyed by Dallas, and I think Dallas is a terrible defense. I mean, they are getting better with Sean Lee coming back, but they're really not that good on defense. Probably middle of the road now since they have their best defenders coming back off injury. And then you got the Eagles, who have a really good defense, probably top 10 in the league right now, and you have a well-rounded offensive attack, with Carson Wentz being that quarterback better than Dak. And I know Ezekiel Elliott's a lot better than LeGarrette Blount, but when your quarterback's the best player on your offense, you have a better chance of doing more in the offense, at least in this day and age. So I'm taking the Eagles and taking the minus 10.5 because they're a more well-rounded team. And if the Cowboys can beat the 49ers by like 30-something points, the Eagles can definitely do it. So you take the Eagles, you take the minus 10.5, and they're home. In my surprise pick of the week, it is also an upset, but I don't really care. It is in Baltimore. I am taking the Dolphins to beat the Baltimore Ravens. I'm picking the Dolphins to win this game because if Matt Moore plays this game, who is better than Jay Cutler, he will be able to carry that team to a win. You got Jay Ajayi, who will be able to run a little bit better than Baltimore than the Jets, because I think the Jets' run defense is actually pretty darn good when it comes to dealing with that Dolphins offensive line. You got Matt Moore, who can actually throw the ball a lot better than Jay Cutler can, as you saw last week. And the Ravens' offense is terrible, awful. Joe Flacco is awful. He's a dip and dunk quarterback who just is terrible at doing it. I'm taking the Dolphins because at least they have weapons on offense, and at least they have a guy that will throw it deep. Joe Flacco doesn't even throw it deep anymore. And their offense is just so predictable. So I'm taking the Dolphins because of the predictability of the Ravens, even at home. So you take the Dolphins, you take the +3, and you take the Dolphins straight up. All right, my first surprise game of the week is going to be the Chargers beating New England at Gillette Stadium. Even though New England is 7-point favorites, I'm taking the Chargers to win this game. They're in a 3-game win streak. I know New England looks good against Atlanta, but Atlanta's freaking awful. I've told everyone that they've been awful this year. They have more wins than they should. They should have 1 to 2 wins this year. They got lucky with the Bears. Jordan Howard should have caught that ball with 12 seconds left to win the game. And then you got lucky with Golden Tate on the 1-inch line, not being in the end zone. The 2 losses they should have. Atlanta has been awful away. It's just they're just a bad team in my opinion. I don't even think they're making the playoffs. New England has a terrible defense. Phil Rivers can definitely exploit that. This is going to be a very high-scoring game. I think the Chargers defense will be able to stop New England from scoring more than 28 points, which means that the Chargers will have to score about 35, which New England has let up this year a bunch. So I'm taking the Chargers to win this game. I know it is a surprise, but that's why it is an upset, and I believe in this Chargers team to become 4-4 after this week. And my second upset of the week, is the Jets beating the Falcons. Everyone's going to be like, you're being biased. And I'm like, you know what? You're right. I am being biased. Against the Atlanta Falcons, not for the Jets. I picked the Jets twice this year, and I'm 1-1. Should be 2-0. The only reason why I'm not, I don't care what Drew Bear says. Don't get me wrong. I love you, dude. But the only reason why the Miami Dolphins won, and I know you're a Jets fan, which doesn't really give you more reputable argument. But anyway, I know you're a Jets fan. But the only reason why Miami won is because Matt Moore came in the game. If Jay Cutler was in that game, then they would have lost. I can tell you that right now. They were down by 14. There's no way Jay Cutler was bringing them back. He looks like a dead fish as quarterback. So anyway, and trust me, there's no way you could have predicted that Matt Moore was coming in that game. I actually like Matt Moore. I think he has way more talent than Jay Cutler. So anyway, the reason why I'm picking the Jets to win this game is because Atlanta is dysfunctional. I don't think they're a great team. Their offensive coordinator, quarterback tandem has not really synced up to make this a high-powered offense like it was last year. The Jets play really hard for Todd Bowles. They have a decent offense and a decent defense. If they slow the game down with their run game and do some play-action fakes and make sure Josh McCown doesn't make those dumb mistakes like he did last week, then they'll win this game at home. They're at home. I think they can definitely win this game. The Jets are the Atlanta Falcons are favored by 5.5. Take the Jets plus 5.5. And I wouldn't bet on either team for this game, but if you had to, I'd take the Jets plus 5.5. Well, that's it, guys. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. Please comment below and let me know what you think. In the description below will be every single pick for every single game of this week of the NFL season, like every other video. Let me know what you think of my picks. Love talking to you guys. Love answering your comments. If I didn't answer your comment last week, I will answer it this week, I promise. Just been a really hectic week. And thank you guys so much for watching. If you'd like to subscribe, click here. If you'd like to see my last video, click here. And have a great week, everybody.